It's the AlexCloud2275 stream. Hope you're all doing well this fine day. I'm doing good. Ready to give you another rousing episode of Final Fantasy XVI for my gaming pleasure and your viewing pleasure. I do ask that you do any likes, follows, comments, or subscribes that you may wish or want to do now or in the future to help build my channel and all that good stuff. For now, I'm just gonna continue with these missions before going back to the main quest. Now it's a bit wrong of me to leave my people fighting for their lives and hiding for their lives, but this is how we do. They gave me the side missions. It's not like I'm just gonna not do them. Oh no, this guy's hurt.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield. It was only a short while ago that I was assaulted. If you hurry south, you may find those who did this.
Alright, let's go.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Attack! This one! Toggle! Kill! Let's try.
Whew, brutal.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Alright, return to Martha's Rest. They're not quite just yet. We have a dragon to take care of. Let's go.
No need to ride from here.
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Yeah, but what if they come back? Is there anything we can do to help?
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
You didn't mean them. I know. That's not the man you are. The man I love.
So many were injured. Only by the grace of the goddess did so few succumb to their wounds.
I'd say it was more the grace of the dame. But help's help.
We can speak inside, if you wish.
About the garrison. Philip's timely promotion has done wonders for the
A
garrison's
welcome
morale.
turn of events.
As a happy soldier is a generous one. As our boys flourish under new leadership, others flounders for the lack of it. The Floods finally claimed the old capital along with the generals who maintain command over the northern legions.
And while Philippe is a good man,
he's no career officer for better or for worse. It's all he can do to marshal the garrison and steer their thoughts away from the chaos unfolding beyond the gates.
there are so many questions.
And I do not pretend to have the answers. I do, however, have the means to provide these poor boys a pleasant distraction, and for now that will have to suffice. Though there were rumours of floods forming in the capital even before the fall of Drake's Head, the loss of Oriflame and more to the ether still came as a shock.
Thousands remained in the capital.
Unwilling to forsake their homes, and now we've taken as many of the displaced as we can, reclaiming abandoned houses and workshops to give them a place to stay. Yet for the dozens we take in, countless no more have no choice but to seek life further
We will
afield.
not be discouraged, though.
Whatever hardship we face, our home is still above the ether.
You will come and see us again soon, won't you?
That's what we'll do.
To the meadows, then.
That's what the captain said.
Careful.
Farewell. Socrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Like blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Easy enough to spot.
There we go, bright blue dragon.
This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with.
Raptor liver. Some naturalists believe that the blue-backed wyvern's proclivity to feed on carrion that resulted in their livers becoming so engorged that the Saint Bonnets, which with they follow their meals served to ameliorate the effect. Others claim that it blooms themselves, which cause the damage. The wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste that they cannot resist.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Aye. Back to my open world. Martha's Rest.
Wonderful creatures chocobos are. They're fast, strong, loyal, and best of all, they won't balk if you point them into the belly of a flood. Thick skins these birds have. Thicker than most, at least. Now, leave them in a flood too long and they'll turn, sure as eggs is eggs. But a quick dip in and out, and they're right as rain. Which is a boon to a trader like me. Reckon there's enough of Kazakh on the roads to worry about without this old girl turning.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Smooth like butter. Cool. Breath of light, flare breath, reducing that cooldown. Residual light ether that have been failed to dissipate in the battlefield has manifested into a solid form, not unlike a crystal, but with the elemental purity that renders it far more potent, if not highly specialized, in its applications.
I will see that your Lord Uncle is made aware of the situation in both Dalmekia and Sanbreque. And inform him of your timely assistance, of course.
I'm all for making this town.
If you're wondering how this place got so busy, blame the ether. Guardians, bearers, folks from all over have come, seeking refuge from the floods, and the poor devils that drowned in them. For us who've lived here since back in Elwyn's day, it takes some getting used to. And sooner or later it's gonna take some sorting out.
Anything catch your eye? Thanks very much. Much obliged. There you go. Thanks very much. There you go.
Just because the heavens have gone to afternoon, it don't
Nearly done.
Now, let's get this stall set out.
I expect you heard what happened to the noble quarter. The ether just started pouring from the walls. We were lucky it didn't catch us in our bunks, or we'd have all turned. Where next for the Guardians, then? We were driven from Rosalith, then from the Lazarus. Probably be the rest next. I've got greens of all shapes.
Martha's bearers have been helping us keep the streets tidy. With all the traffic coming through here lately, we're glad of the help.
Alright, back to the hideaway.
Mindless though they are, an Akashic horde large enough to besiege the free cities is not to be trifled with. We must proceed with caution.
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. Did you see that? A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Do you like being struck by thunderbolts from on high? Then don't.
View the hunt board. Where is this exactly? South of Talbot. Okay.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
How are we doing? We're 100 off. Talisman of Priming. Ah, that's Lionheart duration. His eyes glow with the blade and extension of his very arm. He knew no fatigue. The man was gone. In his place, the Echion visited upon us death 1,000-fold. First-hand encounter of the siege of Stonehill.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Eye for an eye, complete. A continental sensor displayed in Clive's chambers. According to Shower, a sensor packed with herbs and ambergris can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. So you can read. Congratulations, Shan.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He were true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to. Still alive, are you? That great lump.
Why, he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers into the coffers. No, I won't hear a bad word said about him, though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith should ever think about doing goats down, we'll be having words.
Go on, then. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... See that sword of yours stays oiled.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Saint's Bonnet, while this pungent herb once known for Drake Smith has no known curative properties, it does have the ability to mask foul odors and flavors, which is why it's found in recipes involving particularly foul-smelling flesh such as the lights and livers of wild beasts.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Not to be outdone, quest complete.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
That book may be a veritable treasure trove, but the recipes are hardly what I'd call honest fare.
Oh, who needs honesty when they can have majesty? Our companions deserve only the very best.
Alright, cool.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let's drop off at Tomes.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
The Undying, a secretive order who serve the Lords of Rosario from the shadows. They revere the mighty Phoenix as its dominant, and once presided over the rites of ancestral communion at Phoenix Gate. Few outside the order know of its existence, even amongst the highest ranks of members of the Rosaria nobility, and to this very day, with Rosaria reduced to a mere imperial province, they continue to serve the rightful keeper of the flame, His Grace Joshua Washfield. Undying, a member of the Undying, a secretive society sworn to protect and serve the Rossfields of Rosaria, and the dominant of the Phoenix who was always born in their line. After her order, you rescued Joshua from the ruins of the Phoenix Gate and nursed him back to health. Joshua was tasked by her order to accompany and protect him on his journey to uncover the truth of Ultima. And then an ancient mural. Religious images found in Valisthea, not only by the apothecary under the Phoenix Gate in the Comrock, near the heart of Drake's Breath, but upon the tapestry in Tabo. Too, it depicts equibux arranged in a journey of a central figure believed to be Ultima, the god that rules above them all. Sure. A hidden past. Sharon was born in the lands beyond Vitseria. She came to the twins as a weapons dealer, selling to anyone willing to pay, an attitude that earned her not only a fortune but a price on her head. It was fleeing from her many enemies that when she met Sid, who gave her refuge in exchange for exclusive services. Her hardworking assistant Galt calls her right eye. Who calls her right eye? She brought from his neglectful parents. Okay. Goats apprenticed to Sharon, an ally of the Hideaway. Sharon purchased goats from neglectful parents after witnessing how they abused and undervalued their child, and it's been his pleasure to serve ever since. His nan feels much the same way about him, going so far as calling him her right eye. On the rare occasion she lets her true feelings slip. And Joshua, idol of the Undying. After surviving the disaster in its gate, he devoted himself to uncovering the truth behind the emergence of the Second Arcane of Fire. With the help of the Undying, he obtained a copy of the Journal of Master Chronicler, from whose pages he learned of the existence of Ultima, the creature he would later meet with and seal away inside himself in the Sanctuary of Drake's Heads. Now united with his brother, he and Clive fight as one to defeat Ultima and forge a new fate for mankind. Molly, chef cook of the Clive Hideaway, who inherited the role from Kenneth after he lost his life in Titan's attack. Molly's true passion lies in baking pastries and other sweetmeats, but alas, shipments of sugar to the Hideaway are few and far between. Instead, she pushes the boundaries of her culinary repertoire by assisting Yvonne in reviving questionable dishes prepared by his questionable cookbook. Rutherford. Out and about. Round 7, Lord Rutherford, Lord Byron Rothsfield. In normal circumstances, his daily duties touch all aspects of running the Master's manor. Of late, however, Byron has bade his leave from the safety of Port Isidore to conduct a survey into the political, military, and economic situations of Storm, a task which has enjoyed the assistance of several of his fellow butlers to the nobility. Men of the Rock, Private Andy, under the command of Hugo Kupta, originally employed to guard Drake's van, the bulk of the force co-opted by Kupta when he seized control of the Mother Crystal, and have served him and only him since. After Kupta's death, his forces were scattered, largely returning to the countryside, where many now engage in banditry. The Kodric echoes a bleak Ocean wilderness stretching through the central Dhamaka. Its northern half is a veritable warren of claustrophobic canyons and falling detritus, lacking in paved roads or outposts of any kind. In the south, however, area final opens up to the Rosanov Flats, and beyond it, the reclusive community of Tavor. This lonely trade route leading the free cities of Canva provided the region with at least some semblance of civilization. Canva City Guard are a private military force employed to keep the peace in the free cities of Canva. The Guard is paid for by the city's merchants and tradespeople, and is employed in the absence of an official state army. Its duties mainly consist of patrolling and maintaining order within the city walls. Echo, strange clockwork constructs encountered in the fallen ruins. Questionable whether or not they're truly alive is open to debate. They do not appear to require water, nor do they feel on the flesh of their victims as beasts do, seemingly existing solely to protect the habitat of intruders. Though it's widely assumed that any vestiges of the fallen civilization, some of the constructs that they preside over, such as the Apoditary and the sanctuaries at the heart of the Mother Crystals, seem to predate even that bygone age. In the aftermath of the protogenesis, beneath the blackened skies that followed, they emerged from the ruins at last, and can now be seen wandering the entire vast area. The Culinary Pilgrimage, an ancient recipe book that instructs on how to make some toothsome fare from the game of the realm, though outdated tongue in which is penned makes it difficult to divine precisely what beast is being proposed for the pot. It was discovered that in the shelves of Yavin, as he hunted for inspiration and expand his culinary repertoire, and expend it he did, summoning forth the chances to a quake somewhat protrude rag of scorpion tail, whose flesh was soft and silt of the swamps in which they live, and flavour similarly comparable. The Hideaway's head chef Molly was not to be outdone, however, drawing from the pilgrimage pages for the fried mortis skyworm, a dish that consisted of wyvern's liver sautéed with a saint's bonnet, which was heralded as a tour de force among those who tasted it. And engineering. Technology of the fallen civilization was highly advanced, though many of the archaeologians and engineer has sought to study the working of the curious contraptions left behind. Little light has been shed on their secrets. Engineers of the present day largely learn from each other. Indeed, the knowledge of Mid learned from the University of Kavan she now shares with the children of the Hideaway, that they might one day stand on their own two shoulders.
You are always welcome, Clive.
On her own two shoulders.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Alright. We have a wall of memories and then extra.
Seems the
extras.
Its appetite.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye. All their fancy silk stained.
Clive's chambers.
Canva's walls will not hold the Akashic Horde for long. We can only hope they hold it for long enough.
I know, if I did less fucking around, I'd be there by now, but hey ho, hey ho.
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn?
He's in no condition to travel, but I can't stop him. Thank you for minding my brother. I have to save her. I have to save him. We're coming. We journey together. Which first, the leader of the men or a servant of God? The ancients worshipped him as a god. Still sleeping. Come to me. Bid Mythos welcome, my Lord and Savior. Another bond that must be severed. Besieged in Canver. Besieged in Canver. If that's his grace's wish, would that I could remain by his side. It's an honor to know you, Lord Marquis. She has a kind heart. I have never been comfortable around dogs. He serves not his nation, but rather some infernal purpose. Every day he tests the bars that hold him. We must get to Canva, forget the people of the Hideaway as you did me. Ambrosia, I missed you, girl. May you awaken soon, we have much to discuss. His power grows stronger with each passing day. Why does he serve Ultima? She's the same gentle soul as I remember. What do you say to a nice long walk? Charming in a gruff way. He works hard or has worked hard. A cheerful sort. I owe her my life, a scholar of rare discernment. And an itchy scalp. That's a rare breed, a man with whom I can hold a conversation. One can hold a conversation. Would it kill him to listen to his healer? If you see any changes in your master's health, report to me, alright? Oscar, what do you got to say? Thank you for taking me under your wing. I shall make you proud, uncle. My dear aunt, shall you ever live in my heart? She doesn't take any nonsense. Is 50 gil the going rate for a fairy? I thought 20 would be plenty. He has a fondness for all creatures, great and small. Would the guardians could have a healer of her skill. He reminds me of my uncle. I see I have competition. If you should desire aught from me, I should be glad to grant it. I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield. Cool.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Canvas City Guard, the Royal Knights of Warlord, and Tamba Clive meets with Joshua's attendant Jota and his chronicler Cyril, both members of the Undying, who are sworn to his service. After bidding them both farewell, Clive and Jill press on to Canver.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Cool. Back to Talbor.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Thick scaled skin. Oh yeah, we read this one.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide. This is hide unlike any I've had the pleasure of handling. My clients will pay a fortune for the merest scrap.
What brings you to our humble village, young man? If it's our artisans you're here to see, then please. But do try not to interrupt their work.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Oof, again, more maggots ash than I could use in a while.
Ah, not bad. It's a deal. Ah, not bad.
so close to selling whatever is there. What can we get rid of? No, that's not important. Ah! That would take me over what I need.
Of course. Come again.
On the shoulders of giants, orchestral roll.
I feel like I've fleshed 100 skins today.
Stay focused, will you? One slip with that scraper and the hunter's hard work will be for nothing.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
You accepted the Phoenix Down token from
For as
Cyril
long
the
as you bear
Undying.
it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
I find it adorable. When I read that little summary, I was just like, oh, I haven't met Cyril. I must have not paid attention to the cutscene. Nope, Cyril was right there. I was right. I didn't meet Cyril.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
The free city's under siege? Who'd have thought it?
Master Cyril, luckily. Thank goodness he told us before we set out.
There are horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors who'll kill you as soon as look at you. Would that I had the strength to kill them first.
So I can go this way, technically.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
It's the way for the pack of wolves. Have a quick reroll of my skills. 3. Yeah, I'm just short. The pack. Rank C.
Remember, you're on my side, Torgal.
Notorious Mark slain. Still not quite there yet.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Alright, we're just gonna check out this Tonavi way. See what's down here. To quell my curiosity.
You deserve a rest.
Alright, need 3,200. I don't have enough time for that either, really. We'll mark our way to go right outside to where we need to. And then we'll call it a day. What does this look like now that it's been upgraded anyway? Oof, double lightning. Yeah, that's pretty good. What have you got to say again? Oh, you're on about beasties, aren't you? I remember. There are beasties up in these woods.
Straight home now.
Orcs.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
I wonder what's this way.
Stay down. It's over.
Oh yeah, don't target the guys that were multiple. Because the last thing I would want is to multi-hit people.
Kill!
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Oh no. We'll find out in the next episode of Final Fantasy XVI, which will be this time tomorrow for people who are watching. Well, not this time tomorrow. Tomorrow evening for people who are watching on the Twitch. People who are watching on YouTube, it'll be every Tuesday, 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So then, I'll catch you in the future.